Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you would like to know the price, simply click on the link in the description below. If you enjoy our videos, we would greatly appreciate it if you would buy a watch at JazzTime.com. In fact, I'd like for you to buy this watch, which is why I'm making this video for you on a Saturday afternoon while you're sitting at home watching YouTube, deciding if you want to buy this really expensive watch. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Self-Winding reference 15500ST.OO.1220ST.01. It's a 41mm blue dial Royal Oak stainless steel watch. I'm going to go through the bezel, talk about the dial, the case, the bracelet, the movement, try it on, and give you my thoughts. And in fact, this is a brand new one, so I'm going to take off the stickers right here on YouTube. So here we go. These are the original stickers. It's being unvirginized right in front of you. Ta-da! Okay, now let's start with the very first thing. As I told you, this watch is stainless steel, as you probably can tell, the case, and the case is 41mm. It's the largest Royal Oak that Audemars makes, 41mm from my thumb to my index finger, and I want to bring your attention to a couple things. First, it's the largest, so if you like large watches, if you want a Royal Oak and you want it large, this is the largest that they make. And check out this thickness. From my thumb to my index finger, it's 10.4mm. By comparison, a Datejust from Rolex is about 11.5. So it's quite thin, so it looks sporty, but yet still quite thin. Alright, now I want to bring your attention to some of the details on this case because, well, that's the purpose of this review. Now I'm turning it in different shades of light, and you can see, check this out. You see how it's shiny at this edge right here? That's actually a beveled, polished edge. And if you look at the rest of it, take a look at the case. It has satin finish going downward, and then again, now check this out. It actually alternates between a high polish right there, and it goes down into the case, but you notice they continue that high polish down into the case so that it's like a seamless line, so it flows, and then it goes to brush polish here. But check this out. In between these lugs, it's actually high polish. I'm not sure if you can see that. Where my index finger is pointing, it's just ever so slight. But you know what? Audemars really pays attention to detail, which is why they charge you this kind of amount for their watches, because the polishing that goes into it really takes a lot of effort. And I just wonder, like, if you scratch your watch, you know, how much of a headache it's going to be to polish this watch. And if you look at it, I mean, look at it actually goes from smaller right here, you know, like it increases. You kind of see that? High polish, and then it goes to brushed. Now, I think that's pretty cool. I mean, it's a lot of work, and probably that's why they do it that way. Okay, let's move on. Now, the bezel is an octagonal bezel. It means it has 8 sides to it. It's interesting because it actually looks circular, and it is if you look at the inside of it. But if you look at the bezel right here, where my finger is pointing, it's actually octagonal. So it's like an octagonal slash circle. It's like pretty interesting if you ask me. And check out the way that they put together this case. So this is the case right here, the stainless steel part. Then it has the bezel that I just showed you right here. And by the way, if you look at the bezel, look, it's actually high polished. And then ever so slightly, they change it to a brushed finish right there where I was pointing. I mean, that's really attention to detail. Brushed, and then high polish, and then again on the bezel itself, it has you know, vertical grains going downward. If you see them, and that's a satin finish. But then if you look again closely at these screws, which by the way, if you notice that they're all turned in the same direction, and they're actually made of white gold, and it's a hexagon. You might ask yourself, how do you turn a hexagon screw in? Well, the answer is you don't. You actually turn it in from the back. So this little screw right here, if you want to open the watch, you would actually need to unscrew right here where my finger was pointing, okay? And then this is the acceptor on this side right here. So you take the bezel, the case back, you put the screw in the top right here where my finger is, and then you screw in the bottom. So it actually screws in for the bottom. So it's actually a false hexagonal screw, because you obviously can't turn a hexagonal screw. You can only turn a circular screw. Okay, pretty ingenious on their part to still look the way that it does, which I think is pretty cool, and it looks to me very, very beautiful. Okay, now let's talk about the dial. The dial is a blue dial with grand tapestry pattern, white gold applied hour markers, and royal oak hands with luminescent coatings. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, in layman terms, this is what it looks like under UV light, and this is what your watch would look like at night. Now, I would probably argue that it's not very luminescent, as in you can't really read it that well at night. There's other watches that you can read better, such as their offshore edition, but so that's kind of a zonk against them. But in the effort of trying to keep it really streamlined and skinny, they can't be putting like gigantic hour markers, you know, that makes it luminescent. So I mean, it's kind of a dress watch. It's sporty. I mean, you know, you can't have both. You got to pick or choose one of them. Okay, now about the dial, as I told you before, it's a grand tapestry. What does all that mean? It looks like a waffle, and actually it makes it look 3D. I'm turning it in different directions. When you look at it in like this angle, you see that? It kind of looks 3D, right? It doesn't have a gradient like some other watches, but it does have like a 3D look, which is really pleasant to look at. On the Royal Oak offshores, they actually have a much bigger tapestry design. It's like a mega tapestry, which you know, it suits that watch. But for this one being sort of more dressy, it's a grand tapestry, which basically just means like small waffles on your watch. To me, it looks pretty cool. Now, this watch has a lot of stiff competition. I'm going to go to it at the very end of this. We're still at the dial. We finished the bezel. We talked about the case. Now, I kind of want to talk about this bracelet a bit too. And the bracelet is a stainless steel bracelet with AP folding clasp. And as I told you earlier, if you look at the finish of this bracelet, I'm going to try to move it slowly. Look at how it alternates between brushed, polished, brushed, polished. Look at that. I mean, when I say brush polish, you see at the this connector link right there? It's like even that tiny little thing is polished. And you look at the edge of the next link. It's not flat. They could have easily just made it flat, but they actually made it beveled, you know, on each one of these. I mean, can you imagine how much it worked to polish it? I mean, if someone came to me and asked me to polish it, I probably would say no, or pay me a lot of money for it, because it's a lot of work. And I'm not sure I could do that. So let's take a look at the buckle. Now, that's what the buckle looks like. It's a simple deployment. You simply click it, it opens as you just saw it, and I think that makes it very wearable, very easy to wear. You know, I really like it. And if you feel the fluidity of this bracelet, it's like, oh my God, this bracelet is freaking awesome. I mean, if you just look at it, first of all, it looks awesome, and it actually feels awesome in my hand. Having felt, I don't know, over 10,000 watches, I think I might know something. And this one definitely is a cut above the rest. I mean, the bracelet, I would probably say, to be honest, it's probably the best bracelet out there. It's better than the Rolex, that's no question. It's definitely better than the Patek. I just really like the bracelet. It just feels solid, it looks solid, the craftsmanship, the polish, everything is just, it's outstanding. It's excellent. Okay, now let's go on to the movement now. This is where the watch really shines. They used to make this watch also in a 15400. We also have a review on this. This is a 15500 ST Blue. There used to be a 15400, and the difference, you know, there's some minor difference on the dial. It's really, who cares? But what the major difference, all right, is this movement. It's why I saved it for the last. And by the way, if you watch this far, hey, look, I'm not making this video for my health. I'm making it so that you can buy this watch. And if you think I know what I'm talking about and you want to buy this watch from me, please go to jazztime.com, JAZTIME, which is why I'm making this video. Okay, it's not for my health. Now let's look at the caliber here. It's a caliber 5302, and you know what? It's got a lot of parts. In fact, it has 257 parts. Do you know how many parts that is? That's a lot of parts. Okay, and it has 32 jewels. It has a frequency of 28,800 VPH, and it has a diameter of 32 meters and a power reserve of 70 hours. Now compare that to the old one. Basically what I can tell you, none of those things are really important. The thing that's going to stick out to you is this. Check out this rotor. Now the rotor has changed. Now it has this like cutout. You see how it says AP and it's cut out? It just looks much more modern. The other one had all these like, it was a solid rotor. It had all these funky like things on it. You know, this one just looks better. I mean, don't you agree? You know, and AP agrees, because I mean, look at this thing. It just looks amazing. I've looked at this under a loop, And if you see the way that this AP is chiseled out, you know, it's actually made in 18 karat, or maybe I think 20 karat gold, and every edge of it is like diamond cutted. I mean, it's just outstanding craftsmanship from an outstanding brand for an outstanding watch, and by the way, at an outstanding price, but not if you buy it at Jazz Time. We offer the lowest price anywhere online. Okay, so anyways, I told you I would give you my thoughts. I would try it on. Now this watch faces stiff competition. I would say its competitors are probably like the Rolex Daytona, or the Audemars Piguet, or sorry, the Patek Philippe Aquanaut, or the Patek Philippe Nautilus. You know, for this watch, which at least as of now in 2020 has a market price of, you know, around $30,000. You know, its competitors are pretty stiff. You know, the Aquanaut, I think it's 5712 or something, I forgot. Anyways, it's the stainless steel Aquanaut. That watch is around the same price. I gotta say, for my money, I would go with the AP. Why? Because you get the stainless steel bracelet with it. It's much heftier. It's much stronger. I really like blue. And did I forget to mention, blue is a boutique edition. That's why it has a premium on it. If you want a black, white, or silver, wait, black, no, yeah, that's right. No, sorry. Black, silver, and gray, rhodium, then it's cheaper. If you want this blue one, yeah, there's a little premium. But, you know, blue is a good color. I mean, it's a man's color. It looks great. So anyhow, the competition is steep. You know, if you compare it to competitors in its class, the Rolex Daytona is also, you know, somewhat in its class. It's in the same price range. Daytona's probably being in the low to mid 20s. This watch being into like the, you know, low 30s. It's still a competitor. I think it blows away Rolex, but it also costs more money, and I think it kind of beats out the Patek. I mean, unless you're a huge fan of Patek. So anyhow, that's my thoughts on it. If you want to buy this watch, please go to jazztime.com, JAZTIME.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in Jazz Time, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.